Natasha Stoppel is an artist and New Hampshire native who doesn't like to sit still for too long.
I consider myself a traveling artist because I feel like artist to me encompasses the videography, the fine art, the jewelry, my journaling, being a YouTuber. All of that is kind of encompassed in being an artist to me.
Hey everyone, this is just a quick little time-lapse video showing you the finished progress from that gunpowder piece that we talked about. Today, I started on the hostel's rooftop bar. For this trip, I'm just using a simple sketchbook and a ballpoint pen with a fine tip.
Her current projects even include converting a bus to house her nomadic lifestyle and creative endeavors.
1 year ago today, we bought the bus.
Let's see what we've done so far.
I actually got a job in game design out of college, and it was for a corporation, and I didn't like cubicle living. I really hated having a 9-to-5 job. So I decided, I saved up over a couple years, and then I quit my job to travel the world.
My number one goal, my vision for my business is to inspire people to go through creative journeys. And what I mean by journey is not necessarily a traveling adventure, but a journey through yourself as well to creatively express it in any way, whatever medium really speaks to you. Focus specifically on watercolors and wood. And with those two mediums, I create anything from ornaments to magnets to jewelry to large fine art pieces. I do custom commissions, and I'm open to trying anything. A lot of my subject matter comes from not only my travels, but from nature. And I love being able to pull a material straight from nature and be able to work with it. It's working with my hands that is really important to me.
The physical connection to the medium has led Natasha to her latest artistic explosion, gunpowder art.
So I'm still experimenting with it, but it's been so much fun because it's such a unique medium, and the challenge with that is that there's not a lot of knowledge on the internet yet, which is cool because then I can be the knowledge base.
The traveling artist is also a videographer. She documents everything she does, from her bus project to her latest works of art, on her YouTube channel. Artist Explores the World.
The Aztec dancers, also known as conchuros, of Zocalo Square, have an interesting and rich history.
I love documenting things, and I love the process of them stitching it together and telling a story with the footage. That's just one of my favorite parts of it. I want to inspire other people to try being creative, whether that's painting or carving or video, whatever speaks to you. So the community aspect is very important.
On her art videos, she gives tutorials. Her travelogues offer tips on where to stay, what to eat, and where to sketch. And her bus channel has been documenting her journey with her husband to convert a school bus into a home.
Originally, I wanted to go with a tiny home, like on a trailer, but we ended up going with the school bus conversion because we liked how easy it was to customize, and also that it would be really good for transportation, because we do want to be on the road full time eventually. I have a large built-in, large for the space, built-in studio that allows me to create anywhere I am. And then as long as there's a post office I can ship from, I can ship from anywhere.
While her life has been grounded for a bit due to COVID and getting the schoolie ready to hit the pavement, Natasha has been making and selling art out of a community studio in Exeter.
I am constantly working. I'm a highly motivated, very energetic person, and so I wake up in the morning, and from when I wake up until I go to bed very late at night, I am constantly working on something. I'm never sitting. And which sometimes is a problem. One of the biggest struggles that I will have by being an artist on the road is that here in New Hampshire, I've fostered such a community and such a a strong support system that I will not have when I'm on the road. And so that's going to be definitely challenging, but I think I can manage. I think I can do it. So, challenge accepted.
She's been working towards the dream of becoming a full-time artist all her life, and now that is becoming a reality. She is hoping to pass the creative torch on to others.
I'm very passionate about things that I'm creating and what I'm doing, and working to create a YouTube channel and an environment and a website that fosters a community of creative traveling artists. I'm very passionate about what I do, and that drives me to work constantly. The most rewarding part for me is that I am living my dream. I'm living my heart, song, soul. I'm putting myself out there and I'm trying to make it happen, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I think it's working so far, but I'm trying my best to live my true dream and live exactly how I feel I need to live.